Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of The Sports Box, where the only opinion that matters is right here. I am Mike Galetta, a.k.a. Hammonton Mike, bringing you another action-packed edition, sports shorts if you want to call it, of The Sports Box of the Week in Sports. Let's get right to it. Talk about the Greg Hardy incident again. Let's keep talking about this over and over again. Again, I'm not going to condone it. He was definitely wrong in this. But for Greg Hardy to come out on Twitter today and proclaim his innocence, yeah, I think the Dallas PR guy should be fired for that. You can't be saying that you're innocent when you've proven guilty in a court of law. I'm just saying. But in any sense, Greg Hardy, let's drop it for a little while, please. We know he did it. He's wrong. It was heinous. We saw pictures, this and that. Let's just drop it for a little while and move on, okay? FanDuel, a court judge ruled that FanDuel and DraftKings were to be banned in New York, cease and desist as immediately. Look, why don't you just take your freaking money out of FanDuel and DraftKings government, take the taxes, take whatever you have to get out of it, take your little cut, and let them go on. Maybe it is gambling. You know, everybody has their own opinion about it. Me, I can say it's gambling to a point, but it is fun. It's enjoyable. It's interesting to do, and everybody can do it. But I wish the government would just take their little cut of it, go on their little merry little way, and let DraftKings and Fantasy Kings make some money. Some other states are supposed to be following. You know, you guys want to be pansies and ban that too. Great. Go ahead and kick another thing back. I don't know why New Jersey doesn't have gambling in the beginning in the way of state gambling, in the way of sports betting, but that's a whole different story. That's another show for you. We're going to talk about some sports rankings in the NCAA football college rankings. Big beef with it. I guess with going with big beefs, we got to slip over here, and we got to turn it on. Haven't turned it on in a while. That's right. If I can get the damn thing on. There we go. I'm going to go on a little bit of rant here. The new rankings are Clemson number 1, Alabama 2, Ohio State number 3, and Notre Dame number 4. How is this possible? I don't understand how Notre Dame beats a 14th ranked Georgia Tech team during the course of the year. Georgia Tech not even in the rankings anymore. They beat a 21 ranked Temple team, and all of a sudden they've moved up every single week into the 4 spot. Where here's Iowa, good team, great, solid defense that they have, beat a number 19 Wisconsin team and beat a number 20 Northwestern team during the year, who are both still in the top 25, and they're stuck at number 5. Okay, you have Baylor at 6, Stanford again, another solid team at number 7. Oklahoma State at 8, by the way, is still the only undefeated team out of the top 4. LSU is number 9, and Utah is number 10. I'm surprised LSU went to number 9, but that's okay. I didn't think they'd fall out of the top 10 because, like usual, the draft people want to move people back into the top 4. If another team falls out, they have one of the big schools to slide back in there. Sorry to the Ohio State and Notre Dame fans out there. I don't think Ohio State should be in there after they struggled against Indiana, they struggled against Penn State. I just don't think they should be in there right now. But it's the Urban Meyer factor. I understand that, so that's why they give it number 3. Number 4, Notre Dame. I think what hurts them all the time is not having their own conference. If they had their own conference to be into, that'd be a different story. But I know they like to float, and they have the big TV contracts. Hey, if they can get away with it, I guess you go for it. But in any sense, I don't think Notre Dame should be 4. I think you maybe put Iowa in there at number 3, and I think you could slide Stanford in there, or even make a case for Oklahoma State. 3 solid schools. I don't think they're going to make it in the top 4, but we will see. There's other things that have proven wrong before. And the last thing we have is this day in sports. We're going to talk about 2 NFL contracts that were hideous contracts. If anybody remembers Percy Harvin when he signed with Seattle, he had a 6-year deal. $67 million, 25 of it was guaranteed. He lasted 2 seasons in Seattle. And the other ridiculous contract was Albert Haynesworth. 6-year deal, $100 million, $41 million was guaranteed. He lasted a whole solid 2 seasons in Washington. Great deal. I'm glad the NFL's throwing money around like candy. But that's all the time we have for the Sports Box today. We'll have some up-and-coming shows for you, some good shows. Obviously got my picks coming up on Friday. We'll get you out of the hole. Give me a chance. Tell your friends, subscribe to the show. Keep watching to it. Remember, subscribing to the show is no cost to you. It just lets you know when my free stuff comes out. And remember, at the Sports Box, it's the only opinion that matters. Right here. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. See you. Bye.